you something that's going around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, whether or not, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, nobody's above the law, I respect, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a sudden?
No, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground.
Listen,
they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh, no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're
mad.
No. If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. The same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. How we shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls? He's wrong.
Nobody
he lied.
has criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlamagne.
I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more, but you're missing my question. Okay. My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes... But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
That's why I'm an independent.
Yes, but
I think that's the best way to go.
But that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
Why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why?
This is what I got a problem with the Democratic Party, exactly with what he's saying. If you ever talk to somebody who's strongly a Democrat, they block all of the credible facts about giving criticism to the Democratic Party. I'm gonna let them cook.
I can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong.
I'll tell you when Democrats are
wrong. So you don't think Joe
Biden
is wrong?
No, I don't. And can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power, right?
I'm gonna explain why it's wrong, and this is the reason why it's totally wrong. Okay, the reason why it's wrong because Joe Biden he got his hands all over the crime bill in 1994. We know that he has a connection with the prison system. Who else has he pardoned? Okay, it's just not right for you to be able to come up with a crime bill. Don't pardon nobody but your son. That don't make sense. That's wrong. You should pardon a lot of people that have drug charges. In my opinion. Okay, let me let them finish.
I say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg. I would never. I said that. I just think that.
Think about it. Think about it this way.
Now that was good. We got so much in the media where they put us our people on TV and we just be going back and forth, and I'm so tired of hearing it. I'm glad we got this.
Just very quickly, can you reframe it in this way and think about it maybe in this way? The president has the ultimate pardon power. Every president has done this, right?
Yeah.
And so people are saying is that Joe Biden is now a liar, as opposed to Joe Biden is someone who now knows that the person that is going to be in the White House is on a revenge tour and his son is on an enemies list. And so he is using his rightful power, his rightful political power, to pardon his son. Now, is that a lie, or is that perhaps being pragmatic, having a change of opinion, as opposed to the president-elect who has lied almost 40,000 times during his first term?
Well, I can't say what it is because I'm not in
the moral high ground. Like, what's the faux outrage?
Neither one of them have the moral high ground. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. But when you are a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican, you refuse to be objective about the other party. Like, it's like we're watching them do something wrong, but we're making excuses for it. We watch Republicans do things wrong and they make excuses for it. Why can't we just all be objective and call it what it is?
Because it's not balanced.
It's not the same.
This is Brandon Carter.
He's right. It's no balance to the whole thing. Okay, so I agree with him 100. We can't have, if you claim to be a part of one side of the game, the other side is your opposition. So it's nothing that they say don't even make sense to you. And that's what we're going through with this politics. I think Charlamagne the God, I don't agree with a lot of stuff that Charlamagne the God says. There's some things that I agree with. This I agree with. You know, he hit home with this one. So let me know what y'all think about this, man, in the comment section. Do you think it is a problem with the Republicans and the Democrats when they're just so diehard about the situation? And I run across more Democrats that are diehard than I do Republicans. But I definitely want to know what y'all think. Joe Biden he got his hands in the crime bill, but you pardoning your son. Everybody should have to do their time. If you feel that those drugs and the crime bill you came up with was so bad, why don't you pardon a lot of people that's in the system right now? There's a lot of people that, you know, they didn't even have the drugs on them, on their possession, and they're convicted. It's a lot of cases out there, and we see a lot of brothers, you know, spend 40, 30, 50 years in jail, and then evidence proves that they're not the person. Okay, so that's all I got for y'all today, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, push me on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate y'all. See you next video. Peace and love.
You are totally dependent on other people to take care of your needs because you don't have those roots sunk into the ground. To have a community, you must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax bases for your own people. You should at least control 4 basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.